Hello children. Welcome to today's story, The Little Seed and the Big Dream. Are you ready? Let's begin. This is Arjun. He was 8 years old, and he loved playing cricket. Every evening, he would run outside and play for hours and hours. He was always smiling, always laughing, and always having fun. But, when it was time to study, Arjun would sigh deeply, drop his pencil, and stare out the window. "Why'd I have to study?" he would say. "It's so boring, and so hard. What's the point?" One afternoon, Arjun said this to his Nani, his grandmother. She listened quietly, and then she smiled. She walked to the kitchen, and came back with something very small in her hand. It was a tiny, tiny seed. She placed it gently in Arjun's palm and said, "Beta, plant this in our garden. Water it every single day. And, do not miss even one day." Arjun thought it was a fun idea. He found a clay pot, filled it with soft soil, pushed the little seed inside, and watered it carefully. "This is going to be amazing," he thought. Day 1, nothing. Day 2, nothing. Day 3, Day 4, Day 5, still nothing. Arjun stared at the empty pot and frowned. On Day 7, he ran to Nani and said, "Nani, nothing is growing. This seed is useless. I've been watering it every day and there is nothing there." Nani knelt beside him, placed her hand on his shoulder, and said softly, "Arjun, the seed is not useless. It is working. Underground, where you cannot see it, it is growing roots. It is getting stronger. Keep going, Beta. Don't give up now." Arjun wasn't fully sure, but he trusted his Nani. So the next morning, he watered it again. Day 8, nothing. Day 9, nothing. Day 10, 11, 12, 13. And then, on Day 14, Arjun walked to the garden in the morning, looked at the pot, and there it was. A tiny, green, shoot, poking up from the soil. Small as a fingernail, but it was there. "Nani, Nani, it's growing," he shouted, jumping up and down with joy. From that day, Arjun never missed a single watering. And every day, the plant grew a little more. A little taller. A little stronger. More leaves appeared, then a bud, and then one beautiful morning, a flower bloomed. Bright, colorful, and full of life. Arjun stood in front of the plant and felt something warm in his chest. Pride. He had done this. With patience. With consistency. Every single day, even when he saw no results, he had kept going. And now, look at what he had created. Nani sat beside him under the tree and said, "Arjun, your mind is exactly like this seed. Every time you open your books and study, even when it feels like nothing is happening, your brain is growing roots. It is getting stronger, smarter, more powerful. But if you skip one day, the seed dries a little. If you skip many days, it may never grow." Consistency means showing up every day, not just when it's easy, but especially when it's hard. Hard work and consistency together? They can grow anything, Beta. Even your biggest dreams. From that day, Arjun looked at his books differently. He didn't need to study for hours and hours. He just studied a little, every single day. Steadily. Consistently. Even on days he didn't feel like it, he would sit down, open his book, and try. And by the end of the year, when the results came, Arjun had topped his entire class. His teacher was proud. His parents were proud. His friends cheered for him. But most of all, Arjun smiled at Nani. And Nani smiled back. Because they both knew the secret. And that, dear children, is the moral of today's story. Consistency and hard work may not show results right away, but every single day of effort is planting a seed inside you. One day, it will bloom into something beautiful. So the next time studying feels hard, remember little Arjun. Remember the seed. And keep going, one day at a time. Goodbye children. Keep learning, keep growing, and never, ever